Hi, guys. Welcome to Bougie Girl Cyber Happy Hour. My name is Elena. I am here today with one of my good friends, Brandy Edinburgh. She is a hairstylist of 12, of 16 years. Sorry, I gotta turn my volume down. I'm excited because this is something that I love to talk about, and so does she. It's all about hair care and having healthy hair. And I know right now in this pandemic, a lot of us are struggling because we can't get to our stylists. We can't get to the stores and get the products we might like. So we decided to come on here. Let's talk about healthy hair, answer some questions, help you try to determine how you can find those right products, even in a pandemic, and how to decide which products is best for your hair. Also, what's the best protective style that might be right for you. It's easy to do that you can do on your own at home while you can't get to your hairstylist at the moment. So I want you guys to give a big welcome to my good friend Brandy. She is awesome, a great stylist. I've learned so much from her over the years, and she's great. Her salon is Diva Dolls and Dudes. She does everybody hair, like she from different races, the different types of hair. So she knows so much about hair. I love her. She's so educated, and she is an educator. I do believe she educate other other hairstylists. So please welcome her to Bougie Girl. Let me click her in. Hi, ma'am. I can't hear you. Hold on, you're muted. Go ahead. Start again. Hi, ma'am.
Hi, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for having me.
Yes. Are you how are you doing during this pandemic?
I'm going to honestly say there's a blessing in every disaster.
Yes. Yes.
You just have to make the best out of the craziness that's really going on around here. And I have to honestly say I've been blessed through it all.
Oh, great. How have your clients been taking it? How have you been able to help them even though you can't necessarily get to them?
So a lot of them have texted me and they are asking what products that they can use at home. They've asked me about what protective styles that they can do on their own. And I've given advice for every situation.
Okay.
I even had one try to cut her own bangs. Good
Oh
Lord.
God.
Um, yeah, she's just going to have to live with that one for a while. But
Wait, she
uh,
did it?
she did it. Yep, cut those bangs. And I don't know how many posts I've like actually sent out about not cutting bangs. I know you want to change. Change is instant. Hair is instant, but we have to fight the urge to just hang in there.
Yes. I remember I literally had a client who cut her bangs up here, and I'm like, when did you think to stop? But I understand the urge. You can't get to somebody, you just want them evened out of your face. But
Yes.
yes,
I,
don't go on YouTube with the hair cutting.
no. Stay away from YouTube. Stay away.
So tell me a little bit about your journey being a hairstylist.
Um, so a little bit about me and my journey. It's been very interesting. Of course, I'm from New Orleans, fellow New Orleanian, and started doing hair around the block. I eventually moved to Maryland, and I think I got licensed at about 25. Although, I was that kitchen beautician. Um, so I technically have been doing hair for like I think 16 years now, and worked for a company for a while. Now I'm branched out on my own, and it's the journey has been absolutely amazing. Getting educated, and yes, I am an educator. I do educate other stylists as well. And actually having my own spot is like the best. I mean, right now, because of the pandemic, I'm in the
Yeah.
perfect setting
Mhm.
because I can do hair and not worry about who's breathing on my client or who's coughing on my client because it's me and you in that suite.
Right.
So right now, a lot of clients may want to consider seeking out that private salon suite owner because you have less to worry about. It's not like we all have a sign that says, "Hey, I'm COVID free."
Right.
So until that actually happens, seek out that private salon.
Right. Right. Okay. That's good advice. So for people who can't get to their stylist, I know recently I went to Walmart because all of my stuff is at the salon that I work for, so I had to go get shampoo and conditioner for my own hair, and there's so many different products. Luckily, I know what my hair needs are, but what would be your advice for somebody who have to go to who don't really, because a lot of clients, I don't know if your clients do, they don't buy shampoo conditioner for their house. They strictly depend on you to shampoo their hair. They don't touch it. What will be your advice on how to go about and looking for a shampoo, conditioner, or even hair product needs?
So I literally actually just had a client who told me she had not washed her hair for 8 weeks. She has not washed her hair since the pandemic started. Um, so in that case, I mean, hey, if you can wait it out, wait it out. I mean, as African Americans, we're not supposed to wash our hair that often anyway. And hey, if you're not going anywhere, I would definitely say dry shampoo it, keep it pushing. But for those who need those extra products, my advice would be for you to do your research. And don't go to Walmart and Target. Believe it or not, you can actually find real products at CVS. They actually got a agreement from each company and from their corporation to sell real products.
Wow.
I was shocked when I found this out.
You see my face? I'm shocked now. I did not know.
Yeah, so don't, I'm not gonna say, I mean, if you have to go out there, if because Walmart is your closest one or Target is your closest one, my best bet would tell you to, like for natural girls, I love Miss Jessie's line. If I had to give a recommendation, her line for natural hair is just really awesome. Um, I am a Cantu girl. Cantu is actually a really good product. But like I said, go to CVS. They are selling your professional brands, your Redken, your Paul Mitchell, your Tgen, I think it's
Mhm. Mhm.
pronounced. So they have a little bit of something for everybody. And also check the expiration dates on stuff. Um, yes, you are dealing with big retailers, but right now they don't have time to make sure the shelf life is appropriate. So just before you buy, check that expiration date would be my suggestion.
Okay. Okay. And what products do you think people should avoid? As far as I know different people have different hair needs, and that's what, like you said, do your research, see what your hair needs. Like, is it dry? Do it need moisture? Do it need? Is it breaking? Like different hair. So you have to do your research on that. But what products in particular do you feel like people should just avoid completely?
So right now, because we don't know how long this pandemic is going to like put us on the afraid side of things,
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely say avoid products that have high alcohol content. I mean, if you're a hairspray person, I mean, it is what it is. You're just drowning in alcohol. But try to stay away from those products who have high alcohol content. If alcohol is within the first three ingredients, it's a no go. Also, I am not a chemist, and I recommend that half of the people that we deal with aren't chemists.
Mm-hmm.
Stop trying to concoct your own products made off of YouTube and stuff like this because those people are not giving you every step by step that
Right.
it takes to make that product because why they want to hone that knowledge for them. So it's okay to mix a little bit of rosemary oil into your shampoo. It's one oil, not five oils. You have to
Right.
be careful about cocktailing because sometimes you can cause what you don't want.
Right.
So I would definitely say stay away from high alcohol content. Stop concocting your own products. And once again, do your research.
Right. And a lot of times I tell my clients too is if you're gonna use a certain brand, stick with that brand their whole line. Stop
Yes.
stop going to different brands for different things because you don't know how they're going to interact with each other, and then that can cause issues as well.
Very much so. That is a very, very good point, Elena. Um, I know a lot of times we have to go outside the line to find something else to kind of make it work with the line.
Hmm.
But if you can use the entire family because it's designed to work
Work
together,
together, right?
then do that. But every now and then you come across that person, like I know me myself, I can use a Redken shampoo, but I know that conditioner needs to be more heavier. So use a Mazzani conditioner. So every now and then that rule does apply, but as much as you can stick in that line, stay with it.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so my next question is because we are talking about protective styles,
Hmm.
and I know a lot of people, like my sister in particular. I don't know if she'll watch this, but she's a person that cannot do her own hair for nothing. But is there any like easy protective styles that you recommend people do just to stay out their own heads during during a pandemic?
Pandemic. Yes. So honestly, there's a few of them.
Mhm.
I recommend always the quick Dutch braid. Um, like you just take your hair, divided in section, two big Dutch braids, pin them at the back.
Mhm.
I recommend more of the braiding protective styles, just even if you can twist it.
Yeah.
If you can't braid, if you could just twist it just to kind of put it away and don't let your hair free roam, because
Right.
that's how you cause friction and breakage and stuff like that. Um, so that's one protective style. I even had a client who messaged me about high buns and ballerina buns. They're okay for right now, but make sure it's a loose ballerina bun, not that tight vacuum sealed tight bun.
Right.
Those are always real good. And with any protective style, you want to make sure that you're putting an anti-friction product in your hair so that when you're going to pull, it has that slippage that it needs so that it's not taking the hair out.
Right.
Another protective style, I'm wearing one right now. If you're good at it, crochet it up. It's a fun time to try new colors, new styles. It just works all the way around. Hey, I'm a blonde this week, so I'm trying out being a blonde. I love it. See if blondes have more fun. So if you could crochet it, I would definitely crochet it. Um, Always be aware of what type of hair you're buying as well, because a lot of it's coming from across seas and a lot of it's chemically treated. I've known so many people to actually break out because they don't take the time to wash the hair or pre-treat the
Wow.
hair.
Hmm.
So make
See, I
sure
didn't
that
I
that
didn't know
is.
you were supposed to wash the weave before. But I
Oh
don't
yeah,
do but I don't do weaves. I'm a natural stylist.
you're a natural stylist.
I don't touch it. But I can say too, like a lot of people get scared to do their own crochets, but you can actually get the net. So if you can, you
Yes.
don't even have to do the prettiest braids going to the back, but if you just loosely braid your hair or get your hair, put big plaits in your head and make it flat, put a net on your head, and then crochet through the net, and then you can have, especially like a style like Brandy has, the curly styles. It's easy because you're not gonna see a part. You don't need a part. It can You can make it
Right.
into a bang. You can make it big, and then like she said, the type of hair, just make sure it's just the hair that lasts long. 'Cause I know there are some hairs that get tangled real quick, and there's some hairs
Oh
that just
yes.
last so long.
Yes. Yes. Very much so. And another good point about crochet braids is if you don't know how to braid, do ponytails.
Hmm.
Ponytails are really, really quick. I know every last one of us have played with a Barbie at some point in time, and you put little plaits in her hair, put plaits in and link them together with rubber bands. It's another quick way, and it's a non stressful way to put the hair away.
Right. And would you recommend before they do the protective style, before they do the crochet, should they deep condition their hair and just moisturize their hair before they do the style?
Every time. Every time. Especially right now because the weather one week, I don't know where a lot of our broadcasters are, but we're in Maryland. So
Hmm.
one day it's like 30
Cold.
degrees and next minute it's
It's
80.
hot,
So
right?
right. So you always want to make sure that you protect in every way, in every capacity that you really can.
Right.
Now, when I say protect, I don't mean saturate your hair with oil. That's not protecting the hair. Actually, you're actually doing the opposite and you're smothering the hair.
Right. We have a
So,
question here.
yes, go ahead. Miranda, what is a good
Yeah,
shampoo for
Miranda. Yeah.
natural? What is a good shampoo for natural hair? Good question, Miranda. Um,
It's Mar-
so, oh, Miranda, I'm so
yeah.
sorry. I'm so
It's not
sorry.
your fault. I do it all the time.
A good shampoo for actually natural hair, which I actually use in the salon, is actually Shea Moisture, low porosity or high porosity. So you actually have to know which one you have, and there's actually a text that you can actually Google to check to see which one you have. A lot of us have medium to high porosity. So check that line out. It is a very good line and use the whole entire thing because each one builds on the next in that line.
And I just picked up one of theirs. It's the Shea Moisture. It's purple rice water, but it's for color treated hair. When I say my locks felt so soft, I'm like, "Ooh, this is it."
I wanted to actually try that one.
It's really good.
Yeah, I actually like their black soap as well. If you really need a good detox of the scalp and of the hair,
Oh wow.
the black soap one is amazing as well.
Okay. Oh, I didn't even
Thank
know
you
they
for
had
your
one.
question.
Yes, thank you, Miranda. I do it all the time, and I work with it all the time.
Natural hair is very tricky
It
because
is.
one minute it could be like, yes, I'm super moisturized, and the next minute it's, yes, I'm super dry. So you definitely have to find that balance on what your hair is. And don't be afraid to switch in between seasons
Yeah.
because seasons kind of dictate what your hair needs
Here's
as
one.
well.
Right. Right. And like you said, it's very important to know what your porosity level is, especially with natural hair. And do you have fine hair, medium hair,
Medium?
or thick or coarse hair? Most of us don't have coarse hair. As black
No.
people, no, we have medium fine hair.
Yes.
So forget the myths that all black people have coarse hair. We do not.
No.
It's not.
No. I'm definitely in a test of that. You know, I don't have nowhere near no
Me.
coarse hair. And even a lot of people believe that just because 4C is so tight, 4C and 4, I call it 4Z, which is that
Mm-hmm.
little
The
zigzag
zigzag.
pattern,
Mm-hmm.
it is not coarse. It's not. If your hair actually feels coarse, that means it's asking for something. What are you depriving your hair of that it makes it feel like it's coarse?
Right. Right. Rhonda also asked, she said, do you have any other uh lines for natural hair? Because she don't like Shea Moisture.
So, like I said in the beginning, Miss Jessie is a really good line. I've also dealt with
As I
what's the
Am is
name?
really good too.
I've dealt with As I Am, but not in my salon. I think I've done it on my hair,
Yeah.
and it worked really well. I'm trying to think of the one that. Oops,
It's
drawing a
really
blank here.
so many natural lines, and there's new ones every
It
day.
is.
Because, like I said, when I went into the store, it was overwhelming. There's lines that I haven't even heard of, but they're vegan. But, like, the main thing is you have to know your hair. You have to know what it's doing and understand your hair in order to go to the stores. And what you need to do is she has to come back in. What you need to do is go and read. You need to go, here she is. You have to go ahead
Sorry.
and read. That's fine. Go ahead and read the back of the bottle, see if it has anything to do with the issues that you're having with your hair before you choose it. So even
Yeah.
if we're saying Shea Moisture or Cantu or any of these lines, it's up to you to go understand what your hair needs. If your hair is dry, you know you're gonna need a product that has moisture in it. So you need to go and read the back of the bottle. See if that's something that your hair reacted to positively before in the past, because there's so many products out there. And that's why most of the time I don't even recommend a line to clients at a person that I never touched their hair before, because our hair
This
is
is
different.
true.
Is very
Everybody's
different.
hair is so different.
Mhm.
And honestly, now that I actually refreshed my page, Paul Mitchell Awapui,
I
believe it or not, is
love
very, very
the
hydrating for natural
the
hair.
wild ginger because
Yes,
they have the awapui, the regular one, but the wild ginger
wild ginger,
awapui, yes,
awesome for natural hair.
the bomb on natural hair.
So if you want that recommendation,
And
go look at some
that
Paul
should be
Mitchell.
at I'm pretty sure I've seen that at CVS and Rite
I
Aid
think
and
I,
some,
I
yeah.
think I have seen that.
Mhm. It's
And
some
if you can't, do not order it off of Amazon. Please go to the
yes.
site and
Do
get it from the company themselves, or you can go to Ulta.com
yeah.
because they carry it as well.
Yeah, never order anything off, especially hair products off any website that's not the actual supplier.
Yes,
Because people make fakes, and that's just like they make
very
fake
much so.
purses, they make fake products.
Yep, yep, yep.
Okay, if y'all have any more questions, just go ahead and leave it in the comment section. I cannot talk today. I can't see
Section.
neither. These contacts dry, so I'm like struggling to see over here. But thank you again for joining us at Bougie Girl Cyber Happy Hour. We go live every Friday. We actually have something up until July. We have everything booked up, so we have a lot of exciting things coming up, information, things for us to learn and grow. And that's the thing about Bougie Girl. We're here to help you guys learn, grow, be better you, be better in your community, and just help this world just be better place in general. And if for most of y'all don't know, Bougie Girl means bold, one of a kind, unbothered, God's girl, intentional, and elegant. Trying to go off the top of the dome. So we just want you guys to continue to like and share our content. We're trying to get to 1,000 likes. We're working on it. So we can just build this community for everybody and a safe community for us to share information. And as we grow, you never know, you might be one of those people that come on and help share information, just like Brandy here, because we're all professionals in our own little world, right?
Right.
So let's go back to hair. Do you recommend people go on like YouTube to learn how to do protective styles?
So I know there's a lot of universities.
Mhm.
So if you're going to follow a specific YouTuber, and follow them and do what they are doing, then do your research on that person to
Yeah.
make sure they're definitely a reputable person. There's so
Mhm.
many people that's on YouTube just because they tried out a new glue or they tried out a new style that they wanted to share. And that's all great. But when you are a beginner, do your research on that person that you're following and
Yeah.
that you're copying styles off of, because I've known so many horror stories about people trying to do their own braids and hair falling out, and they told them to twist it one way, and they twisted doggone out their scalp. So you have to be very, very careful about who teaches you.
You're right.
This is one of the things that I teach the entrepreneurs that I'm actually coaching, is that you have to do your research on who teaches you content, because they could be teaching you dead wrong, but because they feel like they're right doesn't
Right.
necessarily mean that they're right.
Right. Right. And I always tell people, don't look at the products they're using either. Don't look at their
No,
products, because everybody, like I said, everybody head is different. It might not work on your hair, and you don't want to have like 1,000 products in your house that don't work for you.
you got a mini CVS in your bathroom.
Right. And if you're gonna look on YouTube, see if that person is a hair, because there's licensed hairstylists that have tutorials on there. Go to their pages, because they're more likely to teach you the right way to do it than somebody who love to do hair and they're just an influencer and getting money to be paid to show you certain things that they probably learned from somebody on YouTube as well.
I think that's why a lot of people are actually on YouTube. Somebody launched that, oh, YouTube will pay you if you get more followers. And then that
Mhm.
just exploded all of this content onto YouTube, that if you really weed through it, only about a good 30% of it is actually valuable and actually real content. The rest of the 70 is just a bunch of junk,
Yeah.
um,
Copycats.
and copycats that are on there. Yep.
So here's a question. How can we care for our locks while waiting? That's my mom guy.
I see it. Hi, Miss Ethan. How are you?
So, the best way to care for your locks, and I know my dad actually helped my mom do her maintenance, um, is it depends on how long we're going to be in this pandemic, right? Definitely
Yeah.
shampoo and condition your hair. And if you're not able to retwist your hair, just make sure you separate them so they won't lock together. But please cleanse your scalp. Clean your hair, keep it moisturized, and just keep it separated. If you have to, after you wash it, just braid it back, like Brandy said. Just braid it back and just, keep it out of the way. If you do know how to do your maintenance, I always recommend people don't use waxes, don't use a lot of heavy creams and stuff in your locks. Find your favorite oil and mix that with 50% water and use that. And, don't twist tight, just a soft and clip it,
Hmm.
just to maintain it. Because before this, I actually started getting my hair interlocked, right? And that's a big thing. Like, a lot of people, don't get your hair interlocked, but I actually was going to a certified loctician, and she does sister locks. So, if you ever want to get into interlocking, I would say go to a professional that knows how to properly interlock, because I like it better because I'm able to exercise. I don't have to worry about my hair getting frizzy because I twisted it and stuff like that. So, but during right now, what I've been doing is I shampoo my hair I think twice since the pandemic. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm that person. I have to shampoo my hair every 2 weeks. I know the lock community like, but I've been doing it since I started. I've been having my locks for 6 years and I have not lost one lock because I don't put a lot of tension on my locks. Most of the time it's
Hmm.
down. I don't over twist them. But I have to make sure my hair is clean and my scalp is clean and they fresh. And I'm a hairstylist, so I can't go around with a, undone head.
Oh, I definitely understand that.
Yeah. So just do light twisting. I might even drop a video on the channel show how to do a light twist on your hair. But if you're scared to twist it, just go ahead and shampoo it. Make sure they're separated so they won't lock together. And then
Hmm.
just do some braids back. Light braids. You don't want to do it too tight. Too much tension will start, pushing back your hairline and stuff like that. No tension.
Yeah. And I've also learned that microfiber towels are natural girl's best friend.
Hmm.
So if you can't get it to it right away, get like a large enough microfiber towel that you can kind of wear as like a do rag or whatever to kind of absorb some of that water out of there and then go through styling. Because I know a lot of times when you're styling your hair, you're fighting water and moisture at the same time, and
Right.
that can cause a lot of issues. So get yourself a microfiber towel. It works wonders for natural hair and as well as locks as well because it keeps the frizz down. That's one thing that I always hear is how do I stop my hair from frizzing? Well, if you're scrunching your hair with a regular bath towel, you're causing the frizz. So
Right.
get yourself a microfiber towel. It will
Right.
definitely save your
And
curls
they
and a
also,
lot.
I've heard t-shirts help too.
Yes, because it doesn't have those grooves of a regular towel, and it
Right.
works so much better. Yeah.
Yep. So microfiber towel or just a old t-shirt. We'll do just tie it around there, let it just soak up some of that moisture. But that's good.
Hmm.
That's good. Do we have any more questions come in? I know. I'm sorry. I'm keep squeezing my eyes. Like I said, this is whew, dry.
That's why I wore my glasses.
Look, I have to get some more stuff for my contacts, so I can't take them out yet.
Oh, solution.
It's my last pair.
Oh no.
Yes, everybody have used t-shirts, so that does definitely work.
Yes. Yes.
So let me see what we could think of. Do you have any more advice on what people can do during this time while they wait for to see their stylist?
The biggest thing that I've learned, and for a while, let me say this, I literally was trying to go the we in this together method. So I had no lashes, I had my hair out, no nails. I was just looking really natural. And that's okay. But when I
Hmm.
started getting back into the salon, I had to kind of look a little bit more professional. So
Right.
during this time, I would definitely say Learn your hair. Take the time. You have nothing but time on your hands right now. Take a quarter of a section and in different spots and try different products on your hair. See how your hair actually reacts. So that way, when we do get back into the swing of things and you need that quick do, you know what your go tos are. That's what you have to do. To ask the stylist, hey, what's good for our hair is great. But if I've never got my fingers in there and you've never gotten a treatment from me, it's really hard to say what specifically works for your hair and what works for your daughter's hair and all of it. So I would just say take the time and play salon without chemicals in in the
Please.
home. Get those products out that you have already bought and see, do they actually work on your hair, and if not, toss them out, get rid of them, because or pass them down, because I know a lot of people are passing products and stuff on to different people who know that this will work for their hair.
Right.
So now is the time to actually sit and play in your hair to try to figure out what's really going on. And then another thing is, once again, we have to always worry about the buffet thing. It's kind of what I was saying earlier. Stop cocktailing. To the other side of cocktailing, you have to worry about what is it doing to your hair long term. I hear a lot of stylists and clients say, "Oh, the relaxer took my hair out." The relaxer didn't take your hair out. It was a contributing factor to the fact that you're actually creeping through up and through menopause, or you have some type of internal issue going on. So now is the time to figure out, like, hey, should I be going natural or should I stay relaxed? Um, what what's going to best benefit you, because I am not pro one or the other. I have to always say that I am that person who, whatever best fits your lifestyle is what you need to be doing.
Right. Is there certain things when they're researching how to um, find the products and find the things for their hair? Is there certain things that they need to research, like certain areas they need to research to see different, what their hair need is doing?
I got you.
Yeah,
So, um,
because that was all over the place.
so a couple things you want to actually do is, one, know your hair type. Know whether you have fine, coarse, or medium hair. Start there. So you take a strand of hair and there's all types of charts that you can use for this, and research if you have fine hair, products for fine hair. Then from there, decide, because believe it or not, the type of color your hair actually is plays a difference in that as well. Because if you're anything above like a level 5, you actually need way more hydration than someone who is a level 4 and below, because your hydration at a high level is all gone. Like if you're anywhere in this blonde range, you need more hydration than someone who is like at my root range. So, like I said, start with knowing your hair type. It
Okay.
goes the same thing for my curly girls. Um, with you guys, you need to decide whether you're 4A, 4B, 4C, 4D. If you're a Z type, these things do matter, because products for a 4C will not work on a 4A.
Right.
So do use those charts and those tools that they actually do have online. And if you need a chart to measure up against, Mazani has a very good chart, and it gives you all of the curl patterns
Yeah.
and the straight patterns as well.
Right. Because it's not
Um,
it's not just four in each category. It's way more
no, it's
different curl
not. It's
types. Yeah.
way, way, way more. I think some people that say, "Oh, I'm 4C," is really like a Z.
Yeah.
They're past the C.
Right.
So be specific when you're, and be very detailed. So that way it narrows down your choices. The more you can narrow down that choice and find out specifically what your hair strand is, the better results you'll end up getting.
Okay, so we have a question here from Kay. It says, "Thanks for allowing me to join. What is your take on coloring natural hair, rinse versus permanent, color long term?"
So this is a very good question. I am a colorist, so I will always say, yes, let's play with
Do
color.
you?
I will
And
always say that first.
I'm no help
But
neither.
no, we're like the worst people when it comes to. We would say yes, let's color it, but you have to just know what your method of madness is, and what I mean by that is, are you a person that's going to upkeep hair or
Hmm.
not?
Hmm.
Because if you're not, then don't even go down that road. I would definitely say crochet like I do and play with it this way. Because if you're not going to be in there every 2 weeks, getting a condition, getting a steam treatment, getting a protein treatment, then you might as well not even go down that road. But if you are a maintenance person, I would say have fun, make sure you secure the product that's going to maintain, alternate between protein and moisture every week, because that way it maintains the integrity of one, your color, and two, your hair.
Okay, let me.
If you want change, change requires permanent color. If you just want a casting, stick with semi permanent.
Okay. I'm trying to see what she's trying to say. I think she said, "What is the best color, I guess, to try for natural hair?" I'm guessing that's what she's trying to say because it kind of like threw me off with the dry. But color will dry natural hair, but
Very much so.
but it really color depends on your skin tone and what works best for your undertones. We was
Yes.
just talking about this before we went live. Is there's a color in every category for everybody. Like there's a
Yes.
brown for you, there's a red for you, there's a blonde for you. It's just what exactly. But see how it just matches her skin tone because she matched her undertone of her skin. So you just have to know if you're more neutral undertoned, if you're more warm, if you're more cool. So
Hmm.
that's the best way to decide on your color tone. And then get some swatches, put it up to your skin and be like, okay, this is not for me. You like
It works.
hmm.
Look at pictures. If you definitely, I actually use vegan hair salon and I'm sorry, vegan color in my hair salon. One, because it protects the integrity of the hair strands, and two, it gives it that shine without me even asking for it. So I actually use a vegan hair brand just because I feel like it's easier and it's safer and it gets me where I want to be without no questions asked.
Right.
But if you can't get that, I would always tell anyone, don't ever venture out and color your own hair. Definitely get into a salon, work with that professional, make sure they are thorough in their color knowledge, and get out there and explore. Try semi permanence first. I would always tell natural girls it's easier to do the ends of the hair than the whole entire head, just because the ends are going to grow out a lot faster, and it always keeps the root looking healthy, and the hair that's coming in, it keeps it healthy.
Right. And just know because a lot of people don't know this, semi-permanent and temporary colors do not lift the hair. So
Right.
if you have like grays that you want to get over, then yes, you can use semi-permanent to get that color in your hair to cover the grays. But if you have darker hair and you try to put like a red, you probably get a red sheen, but it's not going to be
Out in the sun.
right in the sun. You're just going
In
to
the
get like
sun.
that, like, oh yeah, look, it's colored like in the sun. But color, it's not, it don't have a lift in it. But if you say you go to a salon, it's like, oh no, it's semi, and then your hair turns that color. No, that was a permanent color.
That was permanent.
They got you.
Hmm.
That happened to me.
They, I think that's happened to all of us at some point.
I was what was it? It was for junior prom, and I went to a JC Penney salon, and she lifted my hair. It was like a brown. It was a pretty brown. So when I got back home, my grandmother was a cosmetologist too, and she was like, "No, baby, that was not a semi-permanent. She dyed your hair. She colored."
Oh, bless your heart.
I know. I didn't know.
When we don't know, I have so many clients that send me. I think it's called overtone,
Yes.
and I had to actually do my research on
Mhm.
overtone because I had so many people coming to me. What's this? What's this? Can I try it? Can I use this? Can I use that? And it's a conditioner color. That's fine.
Yeah.
It's something that's just going to give you a boom. Okay, you got something, and keep it pushing. But don't come to me and ask me, hey, can I change my color after that? You're going to have to wait till all of that is out of your hair or pay me tons of money to fix what you done done.
Right. We have another question here by Miranda. She said, "What do you recommend for thinning edges?"
So, thinning edges. There's a couple of different things that I recommend for that. And I actually suffer with that for myself. Um, One is a microneedle. They're actually used in the cosmetology and esthetology world for pumping up the face with collagen. That right there, you roll it onto your scalp. It
Hmm.
creates little notch marks in your scalp, and then you go behind it with an edge sealer. The one that I absolutely love is called ER Repair, and it's made by a company called Nutritress. It's an African American company that's actually based out of Atlanta.
Hmm.
Nutritress products are actually very good. Um, that would be my recommendation too if you want to regrow your edges. The problem with most of us is that our skin has closed over the pore. So you have to reopen that pore. So that's where the microneedling comes in. It actually breaks up that skin and creates little cuts in the skin. I'm not gonna lie, because one day I put some on and my scalp was stinging after I did boot camp. Um, so just remember that you went up in there needling. So don't be going in there crazy.
Get these
But
edges back.
trust me, it's cutting, but it does work. I do actually have some, like my little baby hairs are coming back in. So just be careful when I make that recommendation. But if you just want to regrow your edges because you still have them but you feel like they're thin, one, stop stressing. Two, stop pulling at your hair because the front of our hair is where we place the most tension. And three, use ER repair.
Okay, that's good. Good
You're
questions,
welcome.
ladies. See,
I
that's
like
and
it.
see that's why I had her on there. She be doing her research, y'all.
I have to.
So,
I have so
all
many
right,
clients that
Rhonda
have
wanted me to
different
text
issues.
her that information, so you're gonna have to send that to me. Actually, send it to me, and we'll post it on the page.
Okay, no worries. Nutritress,
My mom asked, "Can you do that at home?"
yes, that's something you can actually get those needles off of Amazon. Um, they sell all different kinds of those needles, and then I believe Nutritress is actually sold in Target. Don't hold me to that,
We'll find
but
out. We'll put it on the page.
we'll find out and we'll get back
And
to you. But you definitely can go to their online website and get their
yes,
stuff as well.
and with a lot of things, do your research and make sure that use the product as recommended
Yes,
by the manufacturer, and make sure it just know it's not going to take 30 days. Don't do it for 30 days and be like, oh, I don't see a difference. You're going to see it within 90 days. So keep
yes,
doing it for at least not. That's what any kind of treatment, any kind of repair on your hair. If you're having issues with your hair and trying to restore it, it takes time. Just like
yes.
you're not going to see the results you want in exercise in 30 days. You might see some, but you're not going to see a lot. But it's going to take in 3 months, you're going to see a big difference. So with
I
anything
was
that
just about to say that, literally.
so you're going to see a big difference. So if you decide
Fast.
to do that, make sure that you take a pictures of how your edges look now, and in 30 days, 60 days, and 90 days, so you can actually see the difference. But you have to be um
Diligent.
diligent and consistent with it. Don't do it
Yes.
for a week and be like, it didn't work. No, it didn't. Nothing works in a week.
Nothing works in a week.
If it did, we all would be skinny
Girl.
with a big booty and big boobs. Okay.
Hello. Hello.
I'm sure it does.
Michael. It doesn't actually hurt at all. It kind of feels like it's not like an actual needle how you think it is. They're really, really
Really
tiny and
small.
it's just
Yeah.
on like a little roller ball and
Roller.
you just kind of roll it across
Yeah.
one or two times and then put the serum on after.
Yeah. So here's another question from Kay. She said, would you recommend crochet braids over box braids to maintain the health of the hair and less stress on the hair?
So that's a very good question too.
Hmm.
Honestly, it all depends on how fine, coarse, or medium your hair is. So if you're anything from the medium to fine hair, I would recommend crochet braids. If you're anything from medium to coarser, I would recommend box braids,
Yeah.
or either or, honestly. For me, I have very, very fine hair. Elena has played in my hair plenty of times, and she knows how fine my hair is, and my hair has a mind of its own.
She,
So
she
we
has
keep it in
she has
crochet
she
braids,
has 20 different textures in there and I'm done with it.
literally. 20 different textures. So I keep my hair in crochet braids because I know with fine hair, box braids are too heavy.
Hmm.
That's way too heavy for my hair. My hair will literally like fall, like it would be out in like a day.
Right.
Yeah, possibly. So depending on the texture that you're actually dealing with, one is better over the other.
And you've been with your hair a long time. You know what your hair can and can't take.
Yes,
Because I know some people that can get uh relaxer and color and all this kind of stuff to the hair and their hair will not break up. Don't recommend that though.
no,
One or the
highly not.
other. One or the other. But some people hair can take that. So that's again by going back to you need to just know your hair and what it can take. Crochet is definitely easier to put in on your own than box
Put
braids.
in
If
and take out.
Mhm. Unfortunately, I didn't do that many crochet styles because I ended up getting my locks before crochet got popular. But I did a lot of braids. But I was the one. I don't know the difference between small braids and micro, so I always did really small braids in my head. So it wasn't as heavy because I didn't use as much hair. So you
Right.
gotta even if you decide to do braids, try not to do the big box braids. Make them smaller so they can last longer
Hmm.
and they're
Longer.
lighter. And you're
Yeah,
using less hair. Because I would use maybe 3 packs where I know some people use 8 and 8 packs is heavy.
that's a lot of hair.
I think I've heard people use like 16, 20 packs. I'm like, what are you doing to your scalp?
Like literally.
Killing it.
You do not need, like, people don't understand, like, oh, I'm protecting my hair, but you have to also protect the scalp and the pores as well. There's so many different factors. I understand that once it comes out of the pore, you're trying to make dead stuff look good, but you still need to hang on to that dead stuff, because
Right.
what's at the end, which is the part you can't see, is that follicle has to be protected. Once that follicle is damaged, it's a
It's
wrap.
done.
It's not coming back.
Nope.
So you have to be mindful about what kind of tension you're putting on the hair and the scalp, because it's two different sections, but it's one and the same.
Right. Exactly. I had a question, but I lost it. I went blank. But the thing about hair is you just gotta protect. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. And we talk about protective styles all the time, but what are you actually protecting? Is your hair healthy? Because I always tell clients, they always, especially when they damage their hair, because I'm telling you, we be trying so hard to keep people hair healthy, but most of the time people don't listen and they go off on their own, come back, and it's like you starting over every 6 months because people don't listen,
Yes,
right? Some
yes.
people, I have clients that listens very well and their hair just flourishes. But if you feel like your hair is already damaged or beyond a point, you got to see, what am I protecting? Do I have to first get my hair back healthy before I put these protective styles? Because even when you put braids or crochet braids over damaged hair, you're just going to damage it more.
This
So
is
you,
true.
hmm
I had a young lady who literally just came to me. I had a rough day, Friday, and she was like, "I'm starting over, so I want the big chop." So as I'm washing her hair is not curling, literally.
not at
And
all.
she says she's natural. And I'm like, how is this possible? And so then as I talk to her and more, I find out that she's literally been blow drying and flat ironing her hair since she was 7. And mind you, she has a lot of hair. And so I'm like, what are they frying your hair on 450? Like, you have a lot of it, but it doesn't need to be on 450. But I was saying that to say, she wanted me to chop it. I could not chop all that girl's hair off because literally I would be taking her down to the scalp for her to start over.
Wow.
So you have to be mindful at all times. Like, you're protecting that hair, you're protecting that follicle at all times. I don't care if you're doing heat styles or protective styles or box braids, or you just washing and going. Protect the hair and the scalp at all costs. So when we talk about wearing, like, this is a protective style. My
Mhm.
hair is very healthy up under here, because I wash it, I condition it, I treat my scalp, I oil my scalp. I wash my scalp. I wash this hair maybe twice a week because I go to boot camp or whatever. But in that, I'm more so washing my scalp. I'm
Mhm.
not washing the hair. There's a big difference. And a lot of people don't understand that difference. You shampoo scalp, you
Mhm.
condition hair.
Right.
And when people get those concepts under control, I think a lot of people hair will actually be healthier.
Mhm. And I've seen a lot of professionals, what they do is they go in just at the scalp with the shampoo and then let the shampoo rinse over the hair. You don't have to necessarily put shampoo directly on the hair.
Yes,
You
yes.
shampoo and just let it flow through, and then you start with the in mid to ends of the conditioner and then work your way up to the scalp for the
And that leads
conditioner.
into co-washing.
Yes. I don't.
Co-washing is the most disgusting thing they have ever come up with. I'm so sorry. So I want you to think of your pore as like a cup,
Mhm.
right? Every time you co-wash it, you just pouring more conditioner into that cup and more conditioner into that
Right.
cup, and you just like, oh my god, flush it. But what you're doing is you're smothering the follicle.
Right.
Co-washing is okay once in a
Okay.
blue moon.
Yes.
It is not something to be done on a like everyday occasion. That is
Mhm.
so horrible.
Right.
Like, I understand people want to wash and go. I get it. Take the time. If have a shampoo day.
Right.
It, wash, shampoo your scalp, please.
Right. And what I always do, I don't know if all stylists do this, but I always start with a clarifying shampoo. I need to clarify your hair of all the stuff that you might have put in your hair. I do it to myself, I do it to my daughter, I do it to my husband. We clarify first and then we go in with the moisturizing shampoo or whatever our hair needs shampoo. And then I go in with the conditioner. Like
Correct.
I have to rinse all that stuff out my hair. Cause especially now with the corona, you don't know what's staying in your hair. You gotta
Exactly.
clean your hair.
Exactly. And you have to think about it too. Like before that, like you got the elements, you got whatever's blowing up in the atmosphere, you're outside, whatever's blowing around in your office. Like people don't think of these things, but just like dust lands on a desk, dust things land in your
In your
hair that
hair.
you're not aware of. There's all types of microparticles out here that need to be washed, and you just over there co-washing. You
Co-washing.
just co-washing it up,
You
and
just putting it, you putting it
you
deeper
just
and
put
deeper
it in
inside, deeper and deeper.
there.
I
Yes,
think Kay asked
pieces.
another question. She said, "Any recommendations for learning how to crochet braid yourself?"
So, Elena will attest to this because Elena has seen how I cornrow my hair. Child,
Whew, look, she
look,
did. She came a long way. I see. When she first started learning how to crochet, I was watching her crochet. I mean, cornrow a client hair. I'm like, what kind of pattern is that? When I say this girl came a
I'm
long
not gonna.
way.
When I'm doing a client, I take my time. If I'm doing it on myself, I know. Do you see my cornrow pattern?
No.
No,
Mm-mm.
you see hair. So,
Yes.
child, trust and believe. It don't matter how you start. It's the end result that matters. So if you gotta
Yes.
braid one plait into the next plait into the next plait, then just keep it going. Just start small. That's
Yes.
all I can tell you. But once again, if there are a lot of braiders and there's some good braiders on YouTube,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Just once again, just do your research on that person and make sure that they are competent about and they're not snatching somebody's hair out.
Right. And most of the time, the people that on YouTube that I saw some really good ones that they're very detailed and they're doing it
Hmm.
on themselves to show you how to do it. You want to look at somebody like that that's very detailed, um, telling you step by step, and not just going in. You know what I mean? And they
Right.
telling you what they're using on the scalp, like you need to oil your scalp and stuff like that when you're doing your braids. But like braids, I'm telling you, especially with crochet, when I used to sew in my own hair, and it was a long time ago, y'all. because I've been natural since '09. But when I used to, I didn't know how to cornrow my own hair. So what I used to do was flat twist it. I used to flat twist it really tight and secure it with a rubber band. And I used to like sew on top of that. So
And that's
until
usually how it starts.
yeah. So if you
Mhm.
don't know how to cornrow, there's other ways to make your hair flat enough. And like I said earlier, get a net. Get one of those nets, put it over it, and then crochet right on top of that. So you won't have to have a perfect braid. You don't have to see a braid.
And
Unless you're trying to see a scalp and do one of those things.
yeah. And
Yeah.
now they have it so where like they have individual box braids that you can crochet. So put your hair in like 50 ponytails and then crochet the uh the the braid to your hair.
Right.
And they have all different types of crochet now. It's so because it's so easy.
Yeah. Yeah. That was good. Thank you guys. Thank you,
Thanks for
Brandy.
tuning in, guys.
Yes, this was so much fun. We could probably go on and on and on and on
About
because
hair.
about hair and everything. My last question is, what is the worst thing you ever seen as a hairstylist that you had to deal with in a salon with hair?
Oh my god. The worst thing. Um, you know what? I'm actually gonna pick on myself. Um, so when I first started doing, I called myself doing balayage,
Mhm.
and I think with Elena, it was right before a meeting that we had, and I did an Asian chick. And anyone who knows anything about Asian hair, their hair does not like to pull to any type of color
But orange. Hmm.
but orange, like, and there's levels to this thing. So I did her hair, and she was like, "Yes, I got balayage." Yeah, like she was excited when she left. I don't know what happened between the time she left me and she got home, and then she called the next day and she cussed the salon manager out. And so they brought me in the back. Of course, I felt like, oh my God, what did I do? I'm about to lose my job. You know how I am. And they was like, what happened? What did she? I said, I don't know. Like, she was happy when she left. But then as I thought back, I had no, there was, I should not have been doing balayage.
Hmm.
I shouldn't have. I was not properly trained on any type of balayage
Right.
technique. I just threw bleach in this child's head, made sure it was cute and curled, and I just kind of kept it pushing. That
So this
that's about
before
the
we
most
had this
horrible.
before we took the biology class.
Yes, way before, way before. And as I thought about that the other night, because as I look back on my career and I see where my color now is, and I'm educating people on how to properly color, I can pick on myself
Hmm.
because it was like, yes, that's cute. And I'm posting it to Instagram. Like it was the best
You
thing
deleted
since
all them
sliced
pictures, huh?
bread. Girl, I deleted all that mess. I was like, this is not who I am. But I can pick on me now because
Because you grew and you're learning,
it's
and
growth. It's all
yeah,
about growth.
it's all about growth. I could say that with my photography and my hair too, because you know me. She used to pick on me in the salon because I was slow. I'm probably still slow. She'll do this, and I swear I'll be on one person's head and it'd be a full room, and by the time I finished, all those people would be gone. I just missed all my money because I was that slow. But I think the worst experience I've had, like at least if it's not the worst, it's one of the worst, is that this lady, she was natural and she had just had a baby, and she just was not, she was washing her hair but she wasn't combing through it, and when I said, they created one huge mat on her head. She had
Oh no.
one huge mat. So my thing is, ladies, when you're pregnant, just take the time when that baby sleep, pluck through that, okay? Because you don't want to just keep washing your hair and washing your hair and not brushing through it, because it does create mats, and the more you shampoo a mat, the tighter it gets.
Yes.
So she
Yeah.
came to me, my clippers wouldn't even go through it. I literally had to lift up her hair like a helmet and start using my shears and kind of trying to cut in between the hair. Like, it was no saving it. It was no saving her hair. So I
Wow.
had to go underneath, and when I say, it started lifting up. By the time it got to a good lift, then I was able to go in with the clippers and go through
Hmm.
her hair. But when I say it was like a helmet, I lifted up her hair and it came off like a straight helmet. And she was like, "I feel so free." I'm like, "I bet." She
You
literally
literally had
had
a cat, a cat.
I know, and I was like, "Please, I know you're a new mom, and I know we try to do the best for our children, but you gotta make sure that you're taking care of you when your child is asleep." That
Yes.
was before I had Marley, so I understand her now, but I still I understand, being a mom is a lot, but you gotta take care of yourself. And that's why we're here to just, teach some healthy habits and take the time, take an hour just to take care of yourself for a minute, right?
Hmm.
Um,
And
we
if
wa-
you
we was
actually,
asked will we be doing this every Monday? If not every Monday, every other Monday. Because what I really want to do is, like I said, it's a healthy hair corner, but I would like to bring in an esthetician. Her mom is actually an esthetician. And create other things that goes with skin and health and make that our healthy corner. How about that? All around
healthy hair,
body, a healthy
right?
hair, healthy skin, healthy body corner, so we can all learn and grow. Um, and just able to
My mom would
ask.
actually love to speak about face because
Uh, I wouldn't be able to talk.
she could probably go on and on about face because a lot of people what they don't understand about getting facials is that facials are actually a necessity. It's not it's a treat like oh I'm gonna treat myself to a facials. No,
Mhm.
facials are actually a necessity. You know, lymph node glands, all that other good stuff that's involved in those. She would love to come on and talk to you
Oh, she
about it.
she she broke me down when she did my face show. Oh, your skin's so dry. I'm like, you got so much hyperpigmentation going on. It just needs some moisture. I'm like, I know that's why I came. You don't gotta do me like that. She's really good. Good hands too.
Yes. Oh yes.
But she
Maybe you could
definitely
bring her on next Monday.
Yes. But we'll definitely try to be back every Monday with something just so y'all able to ask the professionals questions, especially during this time because we don't know and it's a shift for everybody. So this is the time for
Yes.
us to grow and learn and we're the type of professionals that we don't mind educating because at the end of the day, you're with you 24/7. We're not able to come to your house and take care of your hair, even though you may like us to do that. We can't do that. So to educate you and have healthy hair, because I guarantee you, 99% of hairstylists would love to deal with healthy hair, and we can't have healthy hair if our clients don't know how to take care of their hair outside of the salon. So it's
Hmm.
our pleasure to come on here and just drop little nuggets, something for you to think about. When I have Brandy on the next time, just have more questions ready. I'm sure she'll like to go in deeper on some things. Make sure that you like our page, share our page. Like I said, we're trying to get to 1,000 likes, so post it, repost it, put it on different things, get us up there. Let people know about Bougie Girl and how we're just trying to create a healthy community
And
for all of us. Yes, all around.
yeah.
So thank you for watching. Thank you for coming on, Brandy. I love you. That's my girl. We literally Capricorns, one day apart in
Winning.
birthdays. We met here in Maryland, but we're both from New Orleans. It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's
Yeah,
a small world. It's a really small
it's
world.
a very small world.
If I
Thank you,
can leave
Kay.
with you guys with one tip, and this is actually about the stylist that you currently go to. I want you to. I always tell people I like people to ask me questions because I'm going to ask you questions. If your stylist is not giving you a consultation every time you walk in the door, you need to find a new stylist
Yes.
because your desires from week to week of what you have for your hair are going to change. And if
Yes.
that person isn't changing with you, then she's not the stylist, or he or she is not the stylist for you.
Yes. That's true. All right. Well, thank you guys. Thank you for joining us again. If you're in Maryland, or if you're rewatching this and you're in Maryland and want to know where Brandy works at, go ahead and do your little plug.
You can find me at in Columbia at Diva Dolls and Dudes Salon. You can follow me on Instagram at Brandy underscore loves underscore color. Um, or you can phone me by 301-852-7649. You can reach me at any one of those. And if you need to email me, it's dddhair@gmail.com.
Okay. Thank you so much, guys. And don't forget to like, subscribe. We are on YouTube as well. So go on there and subscribe. We go live on there as well. I think we only have 9 subscribers. So please get our subscribers up. Just go on there. It's the same thing. It's Bougie Girl Cyber Happy Hour here on Facebook and on YouTube. Let everybody know what we're doing. We have so many great shows coming up. We have another Her Story coming up this Friday. Wednesday, we're going to be doing another game night. So if you're interested in joining us for game night, please let us know. Leave a message on our page or join our group. We do have a Bougie Girl Cyber Happy Hour group that you can leave comments on as well. So thank you for joining us. Have a blessed and great night. Stay safe. And
Stay safe.
yes, have a good day. Bye.
Bye.